that's a that's a myth in my world. What you just said in my world. So let me tell you what I discovered. I made more money when I got off Facebook.
You got off?
When I got off, it was like the amount tripled. And what I realized about Facebook is that 5,000 friends is a box. You really can't go outside of that box.
Right.
And if they made up of a lot of your friends or a lot of the friends that you think friends, you really can't. It's not really a good place to market. Now, keep in mind, I went commercial too. So imagine a caterer getting a year worth of events from Alabama Power and Mercedes. Why was she? What is she average? She's booked. I mean, she's met her threshold. So what, you get what I'm saying? So it was kind of one of those things for me. But when I got off of Facebook, my business went through the roof.
Okay.
Because so many people, that's another thing about the fear of missing out. So many people look at it as a measurement of themselves. They don't look at it. Ain't so much they missing out. They trying to measure themselves from what they see.
Oh, wow. The comparison game?
The comparison game. And most people project a false narrative. But most people believe, oh, that's real. You know, oh, I don't have this car. And they feel inadequate based on what they're seeing because they measuring themselves to what, you know, the projection of what somebody didn't put out.
And that was one of the questions. If you look, that's one of the questions that was asked on the Wellness Wednesday. You know, does your social media engagement create feelings of inadequacy or insecurity? You know, and I mean, based on your true response to that, which only you know the actual answer, that should kind of help you gauge the way you interact on social media or the amount of time and energy that you spend on social media. Because if it makes you feel bad, then what's the point?
Yeah, but it's kind of like, you know, that fried chicken that you know bad for you, right? You know, the addiction to it, your cranial nerves, you know, the stimuli they get from it, that's undeniable. Like scientifically, they're showing the data that's showing. It's the reason why they took the dislike button off of YouTube, because they science basically told them psychologically that's not good for people morale to know they're being disliked. But not just that, if you look at all of it, like what would you think happened if they took away the like button?
What you can only love, or I mean, you
know
know,
I'm saying you couldn't just like removing the comments, right?
So you just can't. You'd have to be neutral.
But I would wonder what would they consume it at the same rate if it wasn't a reward? If it's just the content, like you say, you read a good article and you good with that. How many people do whatever for that validation of a like? And I think it's scientific. I think all of us want to be commended or recognized. I don't, you know, I just think
or
that's
simply seen.
It's funny you said that. It's like, can I only be seen on social media? If I'm not seen on social media, am I not seen?
For a lot of people, I think that does amount to be true. I mean, that's how we feel. I mean, that's the reality, especially now when we're not around each other physically as much as we used to be. It's an opportunity to feel seen and to feel affirmed, you know, to feel liked, even to feel loved. Especially for a person who lives alone and doesn't have a lot of interactions with other people.
But is that feeling an illusion?
I'd have to.
And that's the danger of it. Like, it's almost like, you know, I know so many my friends are in different industries and man, they got all the likes on social media. But when they do a live event or something, it's 4 people there. But everybody else, oh yeah, keep doing your thing. And it's almost like I said, if people really examine Facebook, you know, compared to, you know, 100,000 viewers or followers or whatever, you got 5,000 friends in that little box. And most of them, it's crazy how most people that don't like you, they really love you. You know, as I always said, hate and love are twins, and their parents are passion. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you love me so much, you think you hate me, but you infatuated with whatever you don't like is the reason why, you know, boxers Floyd Mayweather. He probably make more money on people wanting to see him get knocked out. They hate him. You get what I'm saying? So it's that balance of love and hate. But on social media, I often ask how much of it is real or illusion or something you believe or something you want to believe.
You make a good point. I think one of the points that I made, one of the suggestions on the Wellness Wednesday was to be intentional about engaging with people offline. You know, and then you have to take it a step farther and recognize the effort and the energy that's required to engage offline. You know, I mean, being invited to a Facebook Live, you can be at home in your pajamas in your bedroom chilling and watch the live, and you know, it's no big deal. But to actually put on clothes and go to a destination and show up and go inside and, you know, interact face to face, that's completely different. Or even forget social media, you can FaceTime somebody or create your own Zoom link and engage with people in that way. But it's offline. And so there's a difference there. There's a different level of energy, a different engagement with people offline as opposed to online. Because here's the part about online. There's an audience all the time. So let's just say we're sitting here right now, but we're engaging with each other online the same way we're engaging with each other face to face. And you realize too that sometimes people prefer engaging online to real life interactions.
I think now, definitely with COVID, you know, it's really safer. But even before then, you know, but I don't think nothing would ever replace that in-person experience.
We're not wired to engage with each other online all the time. That's just not how we're wired. That's not how we're created or designed, because a lot gets lost in translation. You know, body language speaks so much louder than our actual words.
And see, I think it's funny. I think we're getting rewired. I think we are rewired. I remember you mentioned to me one time, you know, you could tell on some apps that whatever content you presented was seen, and yet that person never said anything to you, or even if they seen you in person, they probably wouldn't say a word to you. I honestly think I like the phrasing wiring. I honestly think a large majority of people have really been rewired, and that's the side effect of social media. Hey, did you enjoy that video? I hope you did. Please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also send me an email to technicallyspoken@gmail.com. I'm trying to build a community. I want to know who all want to be part of the community. All right. Peace.